Trying to close the distance. Zabit sticks and moves.
Man. Oh!
Meet Zabit Magomedsharipov, also known as Zabit in the UFC world. This Russian mixed martial artist has made a name for himself with his dynamic and flashy fighting style, incorporating elements of traditional martial arts and acrobatics. With a professional record of 19 wins and only 1 loss, Magomedsharipov has proven to be a formidable force in the featherweight division. Early life and training. Zabit Magomedsharipov, also known as Zabit, began his MMA career on May 9, 2012, at the age of 21. Born in Dagestan, Russia, he was exposed to martial arts from an early age, starting with freestyle wrestling and sanda. In 2003, Zabit joined a boarding school that provided formal education as well as training in martial arts. He lived there for 10 to 12 years, dedicating 3 hours a day to training. This intense training regimen is evident in his early MMA career, as he showcased a well-rounded fighting style, able to control the action wherever the fight went. His strong wrestling and striking skills were honed by years of training in both sanda and freestyle wrestling. Additionally, his education at the boarding school provided him with a solid foundation in discipline and focus, which helped him excel in the sport. Overall, it's clear that Zabit's early training played a significant role in shaping him into the skilled fighter he is today. MMA career. Magomedsharipov made his professional MMA debut in 2012 and quickly made a name for himself, winning his first 4 fights. In between these victories, he took an amateur MMA bout against Roman Makazev, and although the fight was back and forth, Magomedsharipov ultimately fell to an armbar submission.
В предыдущем бою. Мы видели это в предыдущем бою. На последних секундах тогда едва Саид не вырвал победу. И что? И вырывает Рахман. За 10 секунд до конца. Фантастика. Это просто невероятное что-то.
In his 5th pro fight, he faced Igor Igorov, and although he was picking Igorov apart on the feet early on, landing strikes and controlling the pace of the fight, he eventually got taken down and got caught in an armbar which forced him to tap. This defeat marked the only 2 times in his career that Magomedsharipov has been lost, both via submission. Determined to improve his ground game, Magomedsharipov went on an 8-fight winning streak, eventually capturing the ACB Featherweight Championship and defending it once. UFC career. His impressive record of 12-1 caught the attention of the UFC, and in 2017 he signed a 4-fight deal with the organization. In his UFC debut in September of 2017, Magomedsharipov faced Mike Santiago. Zabit was known for his striking skills and impressive control in the cage, and fans were excited to see how he would fare against a seasoned veteran like Santiago. From the opening bell, it was clear that Zabit was the superior fighter on the feet. He displayed his impeccable striking abilities, landing crisp and precise strikes that kept Santiago on the defensive. Santiago, unable to keep up with Zabit's pace, was unable to land any significant blows. Santiago's attempts to take the fight to the ground were met with resistance from Zabit, who expertly defended against takedowns and kept the fight standing. Despite Santiago's persistence, Zabit maintained control of the action and dominated the first round. In the second round, Santiago continued to press for a takedown, but Zabit's ground game had improved significantly since his loss to Igor Igorov. He was able to maintain his balance and eventually secured a submission victory, submitting Santiago with a slick armbar. It was a dominant performance from Zabit, one that solidified his place as a top contender in the featherweight division, and Zabit was awarded the performance of the night bonus. Zabit's next fight was set to take place at UFC Fight Night in November 2017 against Shaman Moraes. As the fight began, it quickly became clear that Magomedsharipov was the superior fighter on the feet, displaying his flawless striking skills and control of the octagon. Moraes, who was known for his striking, was unable to land any significant blows against the young prospect. The fight went to the ground, and it was there that Magomedsharipov truly shined. His ground game was on full display as he dominated Moraes and ultimately secured a submission victory in the third round.
Oh, look at this. Very nice. He's wrapped up the anaconda position, looking to sit through. Shimon Moraes trying to build a frame, trying to keep his airways open. There's the tap!
Zabit Magomedsharipov gets the finish.
Mark Henry calls for the finish. Zabit Magomedsharipov delivers.
It was a dominant performance from Magomedsharipov, which earned him his second performance of the night bonus award. Next up, Zabit Magomedsharipov faced Kyle Bochniak on April 2018 at UFC 223. Zabit, known for his striking and grappling skills, was favored to come out victorious, but Bochniak was determined to prove himself as a worthy opponent. The first round saw Zabit picking Bochniak apart on the feet and controlling the action on the ground. Bochniak, however, did not back down and press forward, landing some shots of his own. In the second round, the pace of the fight remained the same, with Zabit continuing to outstrike and outgrapple Bochniak. The third round was where things started to get interesting. Bochniak came out like a force of nature, marching forward, eating shots, and throwing his own with bad intentions. Zabit, however, looked like he was beginning to have a hard time, as it was clear that he was beginning to fatigue. Despite this, Zabit still managed to hold on to the unanimous decision victory.
28, 30-27, and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Zabit Magomedsharipov.
The fight was a testament to Bochniak's heart and determination, but ultimately, it was Zabit's skill and experience that earned him the win. Next, Magomedsharipov faced Brandon Davis in September 2018 at UFC 228. From the opening bell, Magomedsharipov controlled the pace of the fight, utilizing his striking, throwing punches, and back kicks to keep Davis on the defensive and his grappling to take the fight to the ground. In the second round, with the fight firmly in his grasp, Magomedsharipov locked in a modified knee bar, forcing Davis to tap out. The submission was not only impressive, but also one of the rarest submissions in UFC.
The same knee bar, rather. But this, look at that. There it is. 2 in 1 UFC. That is insane. That is insane. We've had one ever in the history of the UFC. 2 in a night.
Just when you thought you have seen it all, twice tonight, Mark Henry lofts up.
Zabit Magomedsharipov faced Jeremy Stephens at UFC 235. Once again, Magomedsharipov dominated the first 2 rounds with his striking and grappling, but began to tire in the third round as Stephens found some success of his own. Despite this, Magomedsharipov was able to hold on and win the fight by unanimous decision.
29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Zabit Magomedsharipov.
8 months later, Magomedsharipov headlined his first UFC Fight Night card, facing Calvin Kattar. The bout was originally scheduled for 3 rounds, but due to it becoming a headliner on short notice, the UFC decided to keep it as a 3-round fight. Magomedsharipov looked strong in the first 2 rounds, controlling the action on the feet against Kattar. However, in the third round, Kattar began to take over as Magomedsharipov tired. Despite this, Magomedsharipov was able to survive and win the fight by unanimous decision.
Your winner by unanimous decision from Dagestan, Russia, Zabit Magomedsharipov.
Retirement. After a successful career in mixed martial arts, Zabit Magomedsharipov shocked the world when he announced his retirement in June of 2022.
В первую очередь из-за отказа боя много не получалось драться уже 2 года как-то. Потом начались травмы, потом болел много, чуть не восстановился.
The reason for this decision was due to ongoing health issues related to his immune system, which had required career-threatening surgery. Despite having recovered from these issues, Magomedsharipov stated that he no longer felt the way he used to and felt it was time to move on from fighting. Although this news came as a surprise to many in the MMA world, it seems that Magomedsharipov has a bright future ahead of him outside of the cage. In a post on his Instagram, Magomedsharipov teased that he is training to become a doctor, which is a big and admirable undertaking after a long career in fighting. Conclusion. It's a shame that Zabit Magomedsharipov career had to come to an end due to health issues, as he was truly a talented and well-rounded fighter. His background in Sanda and freestyle wrestling, as well as his crafty jiu-jitsu, made him a formidable opponent in any situation. However, his cardio seemed to be a weakness that held him back from reaching his full potential. Many fans and pundits believe that he had the skills to become a UFC champion one day, but his inability to maintain a high pace for all 5 rounds of a title fight likely would have been a major hindrance. Despite this, Zabit had a successful career, capturing the ACB featherweight title and making a splash in the UFC with several impressive performances. It's sad to see him go, but his legacy in the sport will certainly live on. Even though his career was cut short, Zabit's talent and determination as a fighter will always be remembered, earning him a place as a true what-if in the world of MMA. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more MMA and UFC